Hold on, yep. We got one more. Man, I'm glad we got somebody babysitting me. All right. Yeah. One is published. We just may not have printed any. There's only one item on it, so yep. This will be. We're great. Everybody's fine. That's right. Yeah. Let me pull it up here. We're fine. Yep. Okay. All right, we'll call the Board of Elections meeting to order for February 11th, 2026. I would entertain a motion to approve the minutes from the November 3rd to November 24th, 2025 meeting.
So moved.
Second.
Properly moved and seconded. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor will give their consent by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, no. Motion carried. All right, today's singular item is the discussion regarding the potential temporary change in polling location for Centerville Borough from Centerville Volunteer Fire Department, located at 39567 Centerville Road, Centerville, Pennsylvania, to the Athens Township Municipal Building, located at 35697 Centerville Road, Centerville, PA. Just a few remarks on this proposal. So, as anybody who is paying attention is well aware, every year we go through this pretty intensive recruitment process to attract poll workers. Poll workers, while they are volunteers, they're compensated for their time, but it's very difficult to find these folks, and it is even more difficult to convince them to run for the positions. Centerville is in a position right now where they only have one elected poll worker. We're usually able to backfill some of those positions from other areas. And unfortunately, the well is just beginning to somewhat run dry. So what we're proposing and what we're now opening for discussion is what one would kind of call an emergent temporary move from Centerville Borough to co-locate the polling place with the Athens Township polling place to add additional support to make sure that Centerville Borough is able to vote with adequate personnel. This is not intended to be a permanent move. If we're crossing municipal lines, a permanent move is really not an option. It's our hope, and I think I could speak for the board on this, that there will be a time within the next year where we're able to recruit volunteers from the Centerville area that we could then place into that position and return Centerville's polling place to the volunteer fire department within the borough. But at the present time, it's just becoming somewhat untenable. So I feel strongly that this is the right move to make for the times we face. It's unfortunate. I think it's kind of a shot over the bow and sort of a harbinger of things to come. I'm sorry to say, if more poll workers are not available. We have hundreds across Crawford County that do an incredible job twice a year for us. But as always, that pool is shrinking. So to anyone within the sound of my voice that is able and is willing, please consider being a poll worker at any time, but particularly currently. So with that, I would open the floor for any discussion or remarks.
Jesselyn, if with some epiphany happens and people flood your phone calls tomorrow from the Centerville Borough to be poll workers, that's still an option if we, right? Okay. 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 Well, I say that because when people have faith in elections, they like to talk about local elections and local precincts, and people would know people in those precincts. The problem is to Jesselyn's point the other day with me, we're actually moving people into the borough who don't know people in the Centerville Borough. I mean, they are not familiar with the folks that are there. So it would be wrong if we didn't discuss Mr. Kalkbrenner and the fact that Bowie Kalkbrenner has been very diligent and very trustworthy and very helpful. Oftentimes he's with a student or one other individual. I think last year we said there was 30 people who voted in 13 hours. So it makes for a long day. But with that being said, the only thing I did mention to Chris, if anyone's familiar with the Centerville Road, even though it's 3 miles. It may be the worst 3 miles in Crawford County roads. It's hilly and the road's narrow, and I don't like it, and I don't like the fact that some older folks and the voters have to drive another 3 miles, because the fire hall, to be honest with you, is conducive to handicap accessibility. It's got lots of room. But with that being said, I also understand why we're here. I would encourage anybody who knows anybody in the Centerville borough to reach out. Sometimes something like this does spur interest to say, well, wait a minute, we don't want to go somewhere else. So I would say this: I don't know that I can vote for this. I hope I can. I'm just hoping someone pops up and I don't have to. Because being a Townville guy myself, there's not many voters in Townville, but they always have a board. But to Chris's point, this is just one of many holes that, I mean, Jesselyn's job from now until election is to fill holes and find folks. And you are compensated, and we have given significant raises to what it started at, but you're not going to get rich. It's still not rich, you know. And the other thing I wanted to stress to, and the chairman I think agrees, we can't split the shifts either. So the reason why is if we split the shifts and something happens after noon but didn't happen at 8 in the morning, there's a total liability issue and legal issues involved. We just can't bring ourselves to do that. Other places apparently do, but we just can't. It's just not appropriate. So your day is 13 hours, and I'm the one who visits Centerville, and I feel bad for them because they're really, I mean, it's very slow place. It's very low turnout. Even in a presidential year, it's only a couple voters per hour. That you know, sometimes 3, sometimes 4 voters per hour. So it is very difficult. But if you know anybody in Centerville, I would prefer not to have this vote. I would prefer that they pop out of the woodwork, and hopefully that spurs other municipalities to understand the same thing. Because to Chris's point, this we can't do it permanently, but it does bode the discussion about vote centers and things in the future where I don't know what counties are going to do. I don't know what's going to happen. So with that being said, I defer to Commissioner Shell.
You said it all.
But I hope someone reaches out to you. So
Yeah, we did.
put it in the Centerville Times if you could. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Henry. I don't believe that a motion, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, I think we do have to move to post. Okay, so in that case, a motion would be in order to approve the posting of both locations by our capable election staff. To explain a little bit about the process, this is normally I think we allow a 10-day. We have traditionally done 2 weeks because that's when we're meeting next. So we would post both locations now with the notice of the proposed move, and we would meet again 2 weeks from today following our regularly scheduled commissioner meeting to accept that. Or if we have again a groundswell of support from the mighty borough of Townville, we could suspend the motion, not have to worry about it. But I would agree. I'm kind of hoping that we find ourselves in that situation. So with that, I would entertain a motion to post both locations. And for clarification, that will be the Athens Township Municipal Building and the Centerville Volunteer Fire Department.
Second.
Is that in the form of a motion, sir?
I'm sorry, I thought you made it.
No, I probably shouldn't.
I'll make the motion to post both locations.
Okay.
I'll second, and I do have a question.
Sure, go ahead.
So the process you said is 2 weeks, and then in 2 weeks, if we have some help, we can just rescind the motion. Sorry, Jacqueline, putting you in a tough situation because Keith had reviewed this, but we can, if nothing happens, then this just happens, right? Or do we have to vote to affirm it again?
We would have to vote to approve the move. Right
Okay.
now, we're just voting to
Okay.
approve.
I'm fine with it. Thank you.
Yeah,
Okay.
so in the event we have 3 or 4 people come out of the woodwork,
Then we just rescind this.
well, we
Is that
just
correct?
vote it down.
Or vote it down? Okay,
Vote it down.
that's fine with me, okay.
Dies for lack of a second
Yeah,
or whatever.
that's fine. Yeah, I'll definitely second, so.
Okay. Good?
Yep.
Okay. Any more discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, please give their consent by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed, no. Motion carried. Is there any other business to come before the Board of Elections?
No, just that I would like to bring attention to Jesselyn's sign outside her door. I know we try to emphasize that to people, but Chris, if you would give people a reminder, we don't provide some legal advice. You can give it a little.
Yes,
Just because I do want to make sure that she.
Yeah, and I think this year we won't see a whole lot of it because in municipal and in midterm and presidential election years, we're not fielding a lot of foot traffic from candidates in the office. But during municipal elections, when folks are running for township supervisor and borough council and county treasurer and what have you, the office is occasionally bombarded with questions that they just simply cannot really ethically answer. So what we always try to explain to folks is that if it's a question of procedure, we're happy to help you. If it's a question of law or strategy, something to that effect, we really do try to direct folks to their respective parties or respective party solicitors. If there's ever a question, I'm happy to sort of referee that as needed. You can stop over to the commissioner's office, and I'll be happy to speak with you. But we want to avoid putting our staff in any precarious position, having to give unwarranted legal advice. I appreciate.
Thank you, sir.
I appreciate that coming up. Okay, anything else? All right, with that, we'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
We are adjourned, thank you.
Thank you.